Welcome to CrossFit Canburn's 3 tips to improve your kipping pull-ups. A gymnastics kip is an extremely efficient and effective way to complete higher volume of pull-ups. It is a staple movement used in gymnastics, and it's a movement that we take into CrossFit to get higher intensity and higher volume in our workouts. Unfortunately, you see a lot of people that kind of more look like a floppy fish when they're doing their kipping pull-ups, rather than the nice, tight, tidy movement you would see a gymnastics athlete complete. Kipping with poor form leads to 2 main things: wasted energy and shoulder injuries. So it is vitally important that we work on our gymnastics kip to move safely and efficiently, which will then bring on volume and intensity. Tip number 1, nail your hollow and arch position. The hollow and arch positions are 2 vital movements that you need to work on and need to nail if you are to do kipping pull-ups. In last week's video on our strict pull-ups, we chatted about the hollow body position and how to hold that. We also need to practice the arch position, which is the opposite. It is also commonly known as the Superman position. These 2 positions are used all the time in gymnastics, especially when we are on a gymnastics rig. A gymnastics kip is essentially transferring from the hollow position to the arch or Superman position and back and forth with efficiency. When we complete these motions with speed and momentum, it makes it easier to pull up and get our chin above the bar for a pull-up. It also helps us progress towards a chest to bar pull-up or a bar muscle up. A really good way to work on strengthening in those positions is to do some Tabata style intervals. 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. In that 20 seconds of work, you can practice holding your hollow body position or your hollow body progressions. You can also work on holding your arch positions and arch progressions. It's an easy interval style to follow and it's effective. It's only 4 minutes, you can get a lot of work done. Once you're quite good and comfortable with that position, you can head up onto a pull-up bar, stand on a box. You can push yourself forward through into that arch position, then pulling back through your lats, pull your body into that hollow position. By practicing that under a little less weight, so by having your feet supported on the floor, you can hold those positions and get a good feel for how they work. The key for a hollow body and an arch position is to never ever hold a shitty position. So if you're doing your hollow holds on the floor and you can feel a back arch because you've got full extended arms, full extended legs, you need to go back in those levers. So bring your arms down or bring your legs in so you can hold the correct position. Just because you see other people fully extended in the hollow position doesn't mean you should be doing it. If you can't hold the position, don't waste your time with fully extended levers when you still need to work on having a knee tuck position. Tip number 2, practice your beat swings. So now we're pretty good at our hollow and arch positions, we need to get up onto the bar and practice our beat swings. So a beat swing does 3 main things. Helps us move efficiently, helps preserve energy, and then also gives us a really tidy transfer between those hollow and arch positions. So when you're hanging, you don't want to be flopping your legs around and breaking at the hips. You want to be hanging, so we're nice and strong through our shoulders, and then we're going to pull through our shoulders to start that swing. Maintain nice tight hollow body and arch positions while you do your beat swing. Start with small swings and then work your way up. You should be pointing your toes, squeezing your legs together, squeezing your hammies, squeezing your quads, squeezing your butt, squeezing your tummy. Anywhere from shoulders down should be nice and straight and strong the entire time you complete your beat swing. Your hips do not bend, your knees do not bend at any point in that movement. Once you can complete beat swings at a small motion, build it up a little bit more. The tighter you can be, the better transfer of force you're going to get when it comes to your pull. Tip number 3, get lat active. Many people find it very hard when hanging from the bars to actually activate through their lats and be strong and comfortable in that position. Sometimes it feels like you're just hanging there and the only thing that you can move is your hips and legs to get a bit of momentum. What you need to do is activate through your scaps and your lats so you're nice and strong and supported in this part of our body. By building up strength in these areas, we're not only going to learn to be nice and active, but we are also going to be nice and strong in our shoulders and reduce the chance of having any injuries in our shoulders. One of the most effective ways to get our scaps activated is to do scap pull-ups. Scap pull-ups are super effective in getting you to actually be active through your scaps and your lats, so you are in that supported position. Not all gyms have a pegboard, but if you search hard enough, you should be able to find positioning on your pull-up bars or at a park or on a tree where there are some reasonably narrow bars or branches to pull from. What you need to do is head into a nice hang position, try extend all the way, let your weight pull down. You should feel as though your shoulder blades start nice and open and spread, and then we pull them down and in. Only a small motion. We are not bending at the elbows at any point. It is just a very tiny movement to lift up. This method is extremely effective in getting you to be active in the correct positions when hanging from a pull-up bar. A few other ways to help strengthen up your shoulders ready for a movement like a kipping pull-up is to start with strict pull-up. If you haven't checked last week's video, check it out. And we've got heaps of good tips on how to improve your strict pull-ups. So there's our 3 tips for improving your kipping pull-ups. Tip number 1, practice your hollow and arch positions and really practice them hard. Tip number 2, practice your beat swings. Do not flop around like a fish. Nail those hollow and arch positions from the bar. Stay tight. Be efficient. Tip number 3, get lat active. The better strength and control you have through your shoulders and your upper back, the more safely and more efficiently you are going to be able to pull out reps in your kipping pull-ups. That's all for now. Stay tuned for some more tips on how to improve some sort of exercise. Pop some comments below. Ciao.